Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable President of Kashmir, Sardar Masood Khan, Honorable Members of Parliament from Turkey, from the United Kingdom, and from Pakistan. We have from Pakistan a distinguished parliamentarian, Shari Rahman, who has also served as ambassador, and currently she is doing great work through her own think tank, a non-governmental organization. And this morning we expect her to make a significant contribution to our deliberations. Our honored guests, and there are quite a few of them, who have traveled from all over the world, a number of countries, so we are grateful to them. So I would like to acknowledge their presence here. My first word on behalf of Lahore Centre for Peace Research has to be one of gratitude and appreciation to my friend and brother, Mohammad Sawash Bey, for joining us in organizing this important event on Kashmir. For those of us who have come from Pakistan, they are all delighted to be here in Turkey, which is second home to them. So naturally, when we are here, we consider ourselves as the hosts of this conference. And that is a privilege that we share with our brother Sawash Bey. Obviously, I'll be very brief because the various aspects of Kashmir problem, historical, legal, humanitarian, political, all sorts of problems will be, I'm sure, highlighted by our distinguished participants in the conference. I just want to share with you just the basic reality of Kashmir. It is one of the oldest international conflicts which has been on the agenda of the United Nations for the last 72 years. It's like the other international issue, Palestine. So these two issues have been on the agenda of the United Nations, despite the fact that there are resolutions of the United Nations Security Council. Unfortunately, the powers that be, I'm not talking of international community, because the powers that be always claim to be the international community. So they do not let any progress to be made on these resolutions. Now, Kashmir has over the years transformed into, in fact, it has magnified manifold, becoming a virtual, a veritable nuclear flashpoint. I'm sorry I have to use the word nuclear because I'm a diplomat. I know what costs there will be in case of any nuclear tragedy or disaster. But any India-Pakistan conflict at this stage is fraught with disastrous consequences, consequences of unimaginable magnitude. And the world must heed to the significance and to the gravity of the situation. I'm reminded of a Goethe quote here. He said, "Man was not born to solve the problem of the universe, but rather to seek to lay bare the heart of the problem. So that's what the participants in the conference will be doing. They will not be solving the problem. Obviously, we know our limitations. We are not here to solve the problem, but what we are going to do is to lay bare the heart of the problem. And when we lay bare the heart of the problem, we must remember the tragedy that is taking place in Kashmir, the brutalities that are being perpetrated by almost 800,000 Indian troops, soldiers, military people, against 8 million of Kashmiris. The Kashmir Valley today is the scene of the biggest, bloodiest, and also the most obscure military occupation anywhere in the world. Even the Indian opposition leaders were not allowed to visit the occupied territory, where daily
gerçekleştiremiyorlar. Brutal, inanılmaz derecede kötü ölümler, öldürmeler yaşanıyor, keyfi tutuklamalar, tecavüzler, işkence, kontrol noktaları üzerinden yapılan zulümler ve 800 bin tane Hint askeri, aslında zaten rakamlar kendi kendine durumun vahametini göstermekte. Bu işe yaramayacak. Geçmişte de işe yaramadı, hatırlayacak olursanız. Artık şaşırmıyoruz tabii ki dünyanın da bu duruma kör seyir dilsiz kalmasına ya da Hindistan hükümeti de Kaşmir'de olan biteni örtbas etmeye çalışıyor, sessiz blokaj uyguluyor ama
voice against them elsewhere, in other capitals, wherever they have influence. They are doing their best to influence the governments. And we are grateful here. I must mention the principled position that Turkey has taken. We are grateful to President Erdogan, the expression of support, solid expression of support that he made at the 74th General Assembly of the United Nations. But in Kashmir, the people are now raising one slogan. In their language, it is Azadi, freedom, that the world calls it. This slogan is viral on the social media and on the streets in the valley. And Kashmiri youth are dying on the streets, not asking for jobs or books or even for any promises of a better future. They just want freedom, freedom. They are holding while they are dying, while they are sacrificing their lives, they are holding Pakistani flag. So it is a verdict they are giving to the world and elsewhere in the world, to the world. So this is the crux of the Kashmir uprising, the liberation struggle, the freedom movement, whatever you may call it, but Kashmiris deserve the support of the world, and we are happy here. We must acknowledge the support that our brothers in Turkey are extending to the cause of Kashmir. So with their support, we are organizing this event just to lay bare the heart of the problem. So with these words, I thank you once again on behalf of my own organization, Lahore Centre for Peace Research, which is based in Lahore, as the name indicates. So we have been organizing similar conferences over the last 2 years because my organization is very new. And during the last 2 years, we have this is the third conference, and third conference in collaboration with our Turkish brothers. So that shows the depth of our relationship and closeness of our relationship. And these affinities that our countries share with each other, they are rooted in history. They are rooted in history, and we have these affinities that are visible at every stage, in every form, So we will be seeing yet another manifestation of this closeness of our relations in the outcome of this conference. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.